I'm Jim Sacamano of the Denver Broncos, and you're watching Colorado Sports Connection.
Hi, I'm Allison.
And I'm Nikki.
And you're watching Colorado Sports Connection.
Well, it's always refreshing to hear stories about Colorado athletes and Colorado organizations that give back to the communities. And that's why this next story is very refreshing about the Denver Broncos and their work with Bonfils Blood Center.
You know, it was 13 years ago, so about 1998, and it was a great partnership. We basically approached the Denver Broncos and asked if they would be willing to help us with the blood supply. At that time, we were really struggling to have enough donations to sustain us during the difficult holiday winter months, and we came together as two organizations really looking for a way to encourage the community to get involved with volunteerism, and we were very fortunate from the beginning. We had the Fan join us as well, the Denver Post, Invesco Field at Mile High, and CBS 4. Actually, back in those days, it was 9 News, but it eventually ended up being CBS 4. So had a lot of great sponsors that joined in the beginning and have been with us for the long haul. We see more than 3,000 people, or close to 3,000 people, who come through the doors to donate blood. That's a huge amount of people showing up. When we first started, it was right around 1,000. So we've really grown those numbers. And we've grown, you know, the involvement with the Broncos and our ability to really make a stellar event for the public. If we're, you know, really what it's all about is getting folks engaged with blood donation. So our hope was if we created an event that was exciting, that had a lot of great things for the donors at the end, they would give blood donation a try. So if they come out and do that first-time donation with us, then they can end up being a blood donor, hopefully, for the rest of the year and kind of help sustain the blood supply with us. You know, we would not, this wouldn't even exist without the Broncos. I mean, we'd like to think it's because of our charm or wit that people are coming out to Drive for Life, but the reality is folks are here to see the players, and there's a lot of other NFL teams that do blood drives like this, but I have to say, the commitment from the Denver Broncos, from the time we open the doors to the time we shut them, we've got players, alumni, cheerleaders signing autographs all day long. There has been a stellar commitment from the Denver Broncos, and it started 13 years ago with Rod Smith. Rod Smith was really our first primary spokesperson because his daughter has sickle cell anemia, so there was a real personal understanding from his part about what it means to have a supported blood supply. So he kind of got that ball rolling, I think, from a player participation standpoint, and then the guys from then have just, you know, carried the torch, which has been wonderful. So, you know, anybody who's been to Drive for Life has seen it. You show up and there's a long line for autographs because we've got great name players up there signing, which is great. Since we started Drive for Life, we actually have had more than 25,000 blood donors that have come out to make a donation. So that's an amazing amount of donors. So more than 25,000 people have come forward. And if you think about it, each one of those donations can save up to 3 lives. So, I mean, we're close to 100,000 lives that have been affected by donations at Drive for Life. So our impact on the community has been tremendous. You know, I don't think people really think about it. When you give blood, you kind of just think, oh, I gave blood, and you don't really give a lot of thought to the fact that each time you give one donation of blood, it goes out to 3 different patients in need. So your ability to make an impact on the community is tremendous through blood donation. And this drive by itself has done an amazing job of that over the last 13 years. If you couldn't come to Drive for Life today, you always can come out to one of our many blood drives. We have about 13 different blood drives that go on every single day across the entire state of Colorado. And then we also have community donor centers throughout the state as well. So you could visit one of our many centers or our blood drives and make a donation with us. And once you donate with us, granted we don't have Broncos players every day, but we try to make it a great experience. You know, you get your juice and cookies afterwards, and, you know, we've got different giveaways throughout the year depending on what's going on, and our blood donors kind of become like family for us. We have many folks who've made it up to 60, 70 gallons of donations over a lifetime, so it's never too late to start donating. You know, the best way to learn about us and what the easiest way to donate is to go to our website, which is www.bonfils.org, and it's Bonfils. That's probably the best way. And there you actually can make an appointment online at any one of our centers or drives, and, you know, we're always happy to answer questions and follow up with folks and get them involved with the blood drive.
Well, that wraps up our episode today for Colorado Sports Connection. We'd like to thank our special guest, Dikembe Mutombo, and we'll see you next week right here on Colorado Sports Connection.
Colorado Sports Connection is brought to you by Big Bill's New York Pizza, best pizza in Colorado.